race war, you wouldn't win, okay? First of all, you might have plenty of guns, but you don't know how to shoot them. You think this is how you shoot guns. You think this is how you shoot a pistol. That's not. I know you saw that in a movie and you thought it looked cool, and you saw your favorite fucking rapper doing that, but that's not how you aim and shoot a gun.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock!
The only reason blacks have not exterminated themselves in the hood, because black on black violence is insane and through the roof, is because they're such horrible shots. So you really think you're gonna beat a duck hunter who shoots ducks for a living, for fun, on his free time, and doesn't miss?
It's an art to killing ducks. Man, stupid. I'm in the water like a coral reef. We try to make every duck.
This probably the longest shot on the green head I ever folded. I ain't come all the way from Florida for nothing.
Ducks on the strip look like broccoli. I don't let out the motor, ain't no stopping me. We bring the ducks down from the nose. We don't pick up too
Really?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, so no one is calling for a race war. You know, you hear certain individuals on both sides, you know, different races saying, hey, yeah, we want a race war, yada, yada, yada. I'm telling you, no one wants a race war because it's not going to be pretty for anyone at all. And I'm gonna have you guys take a look at my wall over here. Yeah, so as you guys can see, those are my guns, and yes, I'm very proficient at them. I don't just use them to shoot them sideways. Yeah, so as you guys just seen, those are my firearms right there. I keep them right there. So yeah, as you guys seen, that is my wall right there. I never show that wall, but I've mentioned it many times before. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I am very proficient with those firearms, okay? Yeah, I am very proficient at them. And no, not all black folks just shoot their guns sideways. Come on, man, come on! Trying to be gangsters and what you see in the movies. That's the movies. There are a lot of black folks out here. I mean, a lot of black folks who, since COVID, has bought firearms and have become very proficient at it. I have a family friend who's a friend of my wife and I. He's even more proficient with his firearms, okay? Have you ever been to the South? I have family who are from North and South Carolina, and they have acres of their own land, and they are very proficient at their own firearms. Why? Because they hunt. They actually hunt on their own land. They hunt ducks, hogs, feral hogs, and deer. Yeah. So I don't know what black folks she talking about. Maybe she's talking about the ones that she see in the movies, or maybe the ones in the hood. Yeah, a lot of them aren't proficient either. But I have a brother who's an Army Ranger. My father, he was in the Army. My wife's brothers were all in the military. All of them except for one was in the military, and all of them know how to use firearms, I can assure you. So when you talk about black folks, do you forget that black folks are in the military? Yeah, I'm in the police force, and they hunt, and they do everything that white folks do too. So yeah, I'm telling you, race war is not what people want. We really don't want that. So Oh yeah, and I'm willing to bet money that this woman is not proficient with a firearm. I'm willing to put money on it. She's probably no good with a firearm. But like I said, I don't have my firearms for play. They're for real. Okay. And yeah, somebody wouldn't want to go toe to toe with me with those firearms. I can assure you. Okay. And I'm not looking for trouble out here, but if trouble comes a knocking, it will come a blasting. Okay. You know, I think I know why this woman is so bitter. Isn't she the lady who has a biracial son and a black baby daddy who she's no longer with? It is. I remember she was very big. I want to say probably about like 5 to 6 years ago. I remember she was real big on the internet because she, of course, was being controversial back then. But it came out that she had a biracial son and a black baby dad. Yeah, that's why she's so bitter towards black people. Anyways, next video.
You're harassing me.
I'm harassing
Get out
you?
of my vehicle right now.
I'm not harassing
Get
you.
out of my vehicle. She doesn't want to get out of my vehicle.
No, she just pulled.
So I want to say this. I'm a person who used to drive Uber and Lyft way back in the day, right? And I did it for many years. And yeah, you have all types of people that will get in your vehicle. With all that being said, if you are in a ride that you paid for and someone tells you to get out of their vehicle, just get out. Just because you paid a fee to be in their vehicle, whether it's Uber, Lyft, or what have you, you do not own their vehicle. So if they tell you to get out of their vehicle, just go ahead and do so and report them to Uber or Lyft. That's all you have to do, right? Because you do not own their vehicle. If you do not get out of their vehicle and they call the police, they can't have you arrested. So that's just a tip to people who, you know, use rideshare. So anyways, back to the video.
Get out of my vehicle. You're no longer in the ride. Get out.
Yo, she got them crazy eyes. she looking crazy.
You niggas are crazy!
Get out of my vehicle right now.
She got them crazy eyes.
Get out. Get out.
God damn!
Get out of my
She wants to.
She wants to do it anyway.
Don't worry, you're gonna go viral. You're going viral.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what them young ladies, because it sounded like it was 2 of them. I don't know what they did in this woman's car. Who knows? They could have been ratchet, or maybe the lady just had issues with them. I don't know. But like I said before, if someone tells you to get out their vehicle, doesn't matter if you paid or not, just leave. Just leave. Report it to Uber, and then who knows? Maybe you can report it to police. Now, with her pointing that gun at them, that's a no-no.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
This is in the state of Florida. Yes, it's a stand your ground state. And I want to say this, I am not a legal expert. I am not a firearm expert, anything like that. But I will say this, she was wrong for pointing that firearm at them, and she will probably be doing some jail time off of that. You cannot just brandish a firearm at a person.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
At all. You can't do that in none of the 50 states. Now, if she was facing like deadly harm or severe bodily injury, then she could put a firearm out. But in this case, she wasn't, and what she did was completely out of pocket. Yeah, it's wild. Anyways, next video.
Go! Go! Run, bitch! Run! God damn!
The 24-year-old Dasher was lost when police say he was seen here Friday night in Chester, going door to door with a bag and his cell phone in hand.
I need any help.
We traced the Dasher's steps to get this video from one of the houses he went to before police say he was shot in the Valerie Drive neighborhood in Orange County.
He did stop at our house, and I thought maybe my wife had ordered DoorDash. He didn't seem to speak that good of English.
Authorities say the victim ended up at this house, where he was allegedly shot multiple times by Chester Highway Superintendent John Riley and hit once in the back inside his car while trying to leave. Riley is facing assault and weapons charges. Authorities say the victim drove home to Middletown for help while seriously injured and bleeding. The Dasher's family didn't want to talk on camera, but told me his cell phone was dead and that he stopped at this gas station along the way to charge it, enough to tell them he was shot. State police say evidence shows the Dasher was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There's nothing to indicate that the victim had any nefarious intentions. He was just out there doing his job.
Yo, that was absolutely diabolical. And what type of coward do you have to be to shoot at someone who is leaving your property? Like, literally, he shot twice while the vehicle was turning away. I can understand if these were people who broke into your house and did harm to you and your family, and you just want to make sure you stop the threat because they can go in and hurt someone else. But this wasn't the case. This was more than likely a guy who came to the door asking if, with a bag in his hand, obviously, you know, delivering food, you know, he's probably saying, hey, are you such and such? Okay, you say no. He left. I can understand you coming with your firearm at the door when you're at night, when you're not expecting company, but to pull that firearm out and then shoot at them and they're not even presenting you with a threat doesn't make sense to me. And then they just hit him with assault charges and a gun charge. Like, no, that's attempted murder. Why is he not getting hit with attempted murder, especially since the guy got shot in his back twice? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's white privilege. I don't know. Maybe because he got buddies, because he works for the city. I don't know, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, an innocent man got shot in his back twice and you hit him with assault and gun charges. How about hit him with attempted homicide and those gun charges? I don't know. Anyways, guys, that is all for today. Again, I'm your host, Dan-O. If you like this video, like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You go ahead and you have a glorious day. I'm out. Peace.
Perfect.